Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the elect. And I wanted to do a response to this video, make a few points. As you can see, uploaded by the beloved brother, Karata Zaba, GMS Baltimore. This page here, as you see it, is Defense of One Body. Subscribe, be edified. Okay, the title of the video I'm responding to is ISUPK and the Black Panther Party Unite for Street Teaching Black People Madness. And before we play it, I just want to speak to the spirit has been, amongst, the brotherhood, starting with the apostles and elders. Apostle Tahar has been speaking about, how there's spies even in particular Great Millstone camps. Or you have particular people who were set up, whether they were in the camp and they were approached at some point, or they were sent and, did their due diligence to continue coming and then, eventually get into the camp. But they're set up at some point to do something so that the ministry can be blamed. All right. Now, at the end of the day, the elect have nothing to worry about because, no matter what men try to do or no matter what these Israelite camps are set up to do, the elect are blameless from the foundation of the earth. Although we're going to have to go through trials, tribulations, be lied on, be numbered amongst the transgressors. Okay, our true intent is pure. All right. But you do have to be mindful of these things. And we've been telling you, okay, these camps, there's a lot of these camps that are directly operated by the left hand. Now, we don't know exactly how they took the purse or what purse they took, all right, or how deep it goes, but we know how Esau gets down, being at the end of his rulership, even in the 70s, 60s, 70s, he infiltrated lesser groups, case in point, the Black Panthers. There's a movie called Judas and the Black Messiah where he blatantly shows you, all right, what the United States president at that time, okay, was it Hoover, J. Edgar Hoover, a complete hater, of the Most High and his children, okay? He hates the Israelites. They always have. So they're going to do, because they have the monetary means, they have the influence, they have the control, or they get Jake jammed up in particular situations and they're able to play on them and use them as pawns for their means. And it's no different in these latter days. You're going to see more and more weird, bugged out behavior. If you look at what particular camps are teaching and how, disrespectful they're getting, okay, it's clear as day that the left hand is working with particularly these camps. Camps are taking away the miracles, are telling you that we don't know the name, and saying the chariots don't exist, spiritual power don't exist. Okay, telling you you can have sex on the Sabbath. Why do you think all of these things are happening? Why do you think these hard and, John the Baptist isn't in the truth? Why do you have to sit back and wonder, why are these camps saying these things? Where are these things coming from? Why do you have particular camps that make it a point to do videos speaking about the MOTB, but they won't condemn the actual technology? Here it is, they'll do videos, all the time to counteract the energy through the, power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, through the apostles and elders and the different bishops and brothers who teach and constantly harp on that prophecy, because it's a very important prophecy, the MOTB. John the Revelator saw it, but you'll see and notice these camps, they'll do a video and they'll speak against our stance on it, but the actual technology that we're saying it is, they won't do a video. They won't speak on it. They act like it doesn't exist. Okay, so you have to sit back and understand all of these things were prophesied. And we're going to get it in the Holy Scriptures, man. Real quick before I play it, of late, you have this group, One Body in Yahushua, who's an off splinter of IUIC. Nothing but IUIC with a, with a twist of Yahushua. But when you look at that camp, when you listen to them, it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem authentic. And here it is. They popped up teaching where we teach. Now, at the end of the day, none of these things belong to us. This is not our world. We don't give a damn. At the end of the day, Esau owns these streets. The Lord just used us as vessels to go out there and preach. But a few years back, they were just cursing us out, saying, y'all don't go into the hood. Y'all stay in that same spot. Y'all weak. Y'all scared to go in a hood. Y'all ain't getting no fruit out there, which we are getting fruit. Okay. But only to pop up teaching, building on our foundation, which the scriptures speak against that. But we attributed it to what? Not for to do no arguing back and forth. Hey, it is what it is. But the bottom line is the left hand is getting ready to make a move. Okay? You best believe Satan is involved in this somehow, some way. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video because they want to blame the ministry. And this act right here is pure buffoonery and it's stupid. You have to ask yourself, why would any Israelite camp teach with the Black Panthers? The new Black Panthers. The guys that walk around with guns and all black. The guys that Grandmaster Jay was sort of linked to. That agent. Anyway, let's listen to ISUPK.
Everybody. Everyone did not march with Dr. King. Everyone did not.
Now, this is the Black Panther speaking, but if you look behind him, you'll see ISUPK. So let's just listen.
Go out there with Marcus Garvey. We're going to bring Brother Masak from the Hebrew community, the brother from the Israeli community, the whole community. The ISUPK community. He's going to give you a full explanation of that on why you need to wake up. That's right. Wake up and stay woke. And don't you dare, what he say, wake up because the crack is creeping. And don't you dare let...
Yeah, again, you got to ask yourself, why are they doing this? Why would any Israelite camp push Israel, okay, to juice up? Okay? After years and years of telling you don't trust the white man. He's this, he's that. Then all of a sudden, the smallest pressure, they tell you to fold. They push, well, what if you need your job? What if you got to eat? Push it. Why would any Israelite camp, with the power we have, with the history we have, the miracles, everything, why would any Israelite camp push Israel to have such a faithless mindset towards the Lord? Huh? Anyway, the dude didn't even know who the hell they were, man. You don't know their name. Why in the hell are they there?
The devil catch you sleeping. Good to see you all here today, man. Really good to see black people out today. You know what I mean? The Hebrews in the Bible were black people living in Egypt under the Africans. Today, your Washington Monument is straight out to Egypt. The back of your dollar bill has Egyptian symbols. America built America on the backs of slaves. Our people, who were the real people in Egypt, the Hebrews. Passover was about...
What about the natives, the so-called Latinos and the so-called Native Americans who are raising up, preaching this word? They not raising up? So this Israelite thing of ours is about being black. So this is basically Jake in the wilderness walking in circles, man. This is the type of behavior that would have us to have walked in circles for 40 years. Good thing the Lord set up a remnant, man, because Jake ain't going to stop. And this type of stuff makes you mad. Okay? But at the end of the day, these things must be. All right? Let's keep listening. Let's see if any scriptures come out. Now, what he's saying is true. All right? America is built upon the foundation of ancient Egypt. That's why in Revelation, the 11th chapter, America is known as a spiritual Egypt. That's why in Joel, the 3rd chapter, Edom is linked with Egypt when it goes into the desolation that's going to be of his rulership, starting at Babylon the Great, and as the Lord destroys his beast system. Because we're at the end of this man's road. Okay, and when you sign particular covenants, Esau will have, because the new Black Panther Party is in the back pocket of Esau Edom. And they show up and they do things and they say things that are always recorded. Okay, but the way Esau operates, if you sign particular deals, you're a part of particular organizations or whatever covenant you've taken, 501c3, he's going to need your reputation as he sends the Black Panthers out there, as he sends these different rallies and different, things that happen with Jake. He'll tell this particular Israelite group, we need your presence there, just so he can record it. And at the time being, he'll bring all of these things back up. A so-called Grandmaster Jay. All right, the history of the Black Panthers and how they painted him. All right, because going back, the Black Panthers, so-called, was built upon the intent of getting Jake, to have their own, but it wasn't in the spirit. None of these movements that our people tried worked because none of it was dealing with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So in a crucial time like this, okay, we should be separating from all of this stuff. We should be separating from the term black. If any, that's the start. That is trash. That's not even a nation of people called black. The Bible don't deal with a nation called black. Now, the Hebrews in their purest original form were a dark brown to a light brown hue. Hue is color. Yeah, but we've been scattered. And the Lord never told us to go out there and push a message of black power. Now, when you look in the scriptures, whenever blackness is dealing with Israel, it's dealing with either we are in a famine or it's always something negative. Okay? Now, Solomon does say, I am black but comely. When we look that word up, I believe it's Kadar, is dark skin. Okay? But when you go to Judah morning, the gates of their language, they are blackened to the ground. That was because it was a famine. Okay? Our rebellion against the Lord. Our vigils was dark. Okay, but the Lord never told us to go out there and boast and wearing all black, the pushing the message of black. That's of this world.
The slaughtering of our slave masters in Egypt to free the slaves. Right. Ain't just him. Ain't just him. The Africans are oppressors too. Tell me when the Africans ever come out to march for us. Tell me. Tell me. The Ethiopians. Used to be black. The Ethiopians took it over. They don't hire us. They don't mess with us. We was marching for George Floyd down by the White House. Some African girl came and said she went viral.
Why is any Israelite group marching for some goddamn George Floyd? All of that stuff is of Esau, man. Show you these dudes don't move with wisdom, man. George Floyd was a complete loser. Why is any Israelite marching for that guy? How about Yahweh Shai? To hell with some goddamn George Floyd. Well, what exactly was he doing to forward righteousness in the earth? Hey, the scriptures tell you that, as a matter of fact, let's get it real quick. Let's see. the book of hold up, I'll do it here. Let's get the book of Psalms 125. This is why the right men have to be set up to teach this word, because when you try to add emotions and because when you're looking at it in the flesh, it's like, man, that's our brother who got killed by the devil. Well, it's prophecy that the devil will be killing our people, man. Especially the wicked ones. This is Psalms 125 and 3. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon a lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. Okay? Do good, O Lord, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. And that's the remnant, the elect, man. You got brothers and sisters raising up, repenting. Hey, what did the Lord tell Ezra, man? To hell with the 2/3, man. Seek out the glory of those who be like you. And when you at those marches, pretty much you're allowing a target to be put on you. And you're allowing the ministry to be blamed and linked with all of these other different things that Esau got set up on the left-hand side. And you falling right into the trap. But a lot of you are paid to be there. That's the cold part about what's happening. Now, can I prove ISUPK was paid to do the things they're doing, the things they're saying? No. But it's all in the spirit. We know Esau Edom is working right now. As for such as turn aside into their crooked ways, George Floyd, he was a ex-porn star, a crackhead. Okay? We could give this nigga a statue. Come on, man. Tupac. Like, what Jake is always into these losers. Free Barabbas, man. To hell with these people. Hey, in the kingdom, he'll come back and be good. Right now, we got work to do. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, Yahweh shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be upon Israel. So those who turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Lord is going to allow, okay, the rod of the wicked to rest upon their head. So we can't get emotional about that. It's just, it is what it is. We're not supposed to be going and pushing Israel. We got to go march for George Floyd. Anyway. And yeah, the Africans are enemies in a sense of the Hamites, man. There's no such thing as an African. It's the Hamites. But we do have a lot of people, all right, over in those lands. The scripture said, prophecy says it. Even some of the ones who look down on us, a lot of those are Jakes. You know why they look down on you, Jakes? Because you don't have no goddamn culture. Not goddamn, but you don't have no culture. See over there, and see, a lot of it is just because a lot of them just Hamites that hate you. But see, a lot of those Jakes from West Africa, they look down on the so-called Negro over here because what? You don't really have no culture. The way you were raised, the way you eat, the way you walk around, you know, how your pants sagging. So they look and they attribute that to all of us. Anyway.
She's from Cameroon. She said black people lazy and we deserve to die because we violent. What would you be if somebody came in your house and raped your woman and stole your children and then started calling themselves by your name? You'd be violent too. A universal and practical knowledge. Today we're under Commander General Harlem. We started in Harlem, New York.
Where's the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai? Anyway.
1969, teaching the truth from the Bible, man. The Bible is a black man's book. And it's not religious. This is our constitution. It tells you in here who you can marry and who you can't. But this is not to knock the brother. He said we can't get everybody. Let me tell you something. I'm here for everybody.
The Lord is here for the elect. How are you here for everybody, but the Lord is here for the elect? Okay. Let's get another scripture. And Jake has a zeal, but it's not according to knowledge. Just get the bottom line. Oh, what's that? Romans 11. Let me see. This is not our program. And we can't teach this word according to the flesh, because that stuff sounds good to people, you know? Everybody. No, the elect are the only ones that's going to hear the message in these latter days. Okay? Romans 11. Let's see here. Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. According as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And David said, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened always, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. So it's prophecy that on this side, not all Jake is going to make it. You know, only a remnant are going to turn back to the Lord. Okay? You here for the sand of the sea. We're here for the remnant. It doesn't work like that, man. Isaiah 10:20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more stay again upon him that smote them. So you're not going to go to the dude who kicked your ass and say, whatever you're telling me I need to take, okay? And if I don't take this, I'm not going to be able to eat. I'm not going to be able to buy. I'm not going to be able to do this. I don't give a damn. I'm going to trust in the Lord. That's the spirit the remnant going to be in. The remnant ain't going to be in the spirit of bowing down and saying, we trust you after all these years of you trying to destroy us. The remnant ain't going to be in that spirit. The remnant going to be in the right spirit. Okay? And they're going to be full of faith. And you all are pushing a faithless doctrine, asking how we going to eat if we don't take what he, you got these dudes on Facebook. What are they saying? I got to get, they recording themselves getting a jump shot. Okay. Shooting the 3. Okay. They shooting the jump shot on Facebook Live talking about, I got to get the bag. Okay, on Facebook, showing their jump shot, all right, behind the back pass, okay, and saying, I got my MOTB. I ain't dead yet. I ain't turned to a demon yet. This is the type of stuff that people in these organizations are doing. And for some reason, they will not speak against the technology we see being implemented into the earth. Anyway, the remnant shall return, even a remnant unto the mighty God. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. So only the remnant are going to return. Anyway. And you guys are all over the place. One week, the MOTB is this, is that, is this, is that. And I cannot believe you guys were able to tell Israel John the Baptist wasn't in the truth, and nobody made a big deal out of it but us. Okay, great millstone, man. And the brothers who are in a like-mind spirit, they the ones who said something about that. Everybody else just sitting back. I'm gonna stay in my lane. Nah, man, you're supposed to say something about that. That's the one who, through him baptizing Yahweh, shall we have grace. He passed the priesthood over, man. How is he not in the truth? He just had his course. And he came back in these times and preached it as well, man.
Because when them cops come, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Rastafarian, you're a goddamn nigger in their eyes. And they're murdering in the streets like a goddamn dog. I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Recha HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom also to you other followers, you brethren, you followers, you fellow believers, even you few sisters, and shalom, I would say, to the elect. Anyway, I want to go in this video here, which was very intriguing. The ISUBK, or some Christians call him ISUP, right?
Now, I don't know if this chick was out there. I'm assuming she was out there, but look at the hand gesture she's throwing up. But I don't know for sure. But if she was out there, I'm pretty sure if we roll it back, you know, maybe we'll see her. But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, check that brother's video out. I'm gonna just get a few scriptures and close it out. Oh yeah, and we can't forget these things. Don't celebrate. You know, face to face with a hate group leaders and growth in the age of Trump. All of these things that have been in the news and all of these different mindsets and different arguments, these things have been presented for a reason. And you best believe they're going to come with it. Okay, what's the name of that one? ISUPK, shooting guns with black supremacists, hate thy neighbor, a clip on Vice TV. Now, what guy in his right mind will go on Vice TV and walk around with Esau at the gun range, eating fried chicken and drinking orange soda with mac and cheese stacked up like a goddamn mountain? Anyway, tacky as hell, man. This is the book of Acts 20 and 29. And brothers have been going into, you know, apostasy, man. You see, Jake is ultimately abandoning the faith for filthy lucre. And it's like, what do you really get out of the deal? Like, now, a lot of these Jakes, like when you look at that movie, Judas and the Black Messiah, was a Jake who ultimately, he was facing jail time. So they get Jake in these messed up situations. They be like, look, we'll give, you know, we need you to do this, or you either do, all right, 8 years, or ultimately you can do this for us. So a lot of these Jakes be in situations where they're, you know, being blackmailed. But a lot of you are just flat out thirsty. You just want fame. Niggas see $20,000 in his account and he loses his mind. $10,000 you give a nigga. But these dudes are sitting, you know, a lot of these dudes are up there in the millions. Why do you think they're not going out on the highways and the bike? Why you don't think you really see General Yohana on the highways like that? Nate. Why you think these dudes ain't really going out in the ministry, ain't at the forefront of what they got going on? It's all about them. And, you know, they make these guest appearances and pop up here and there, they're like foxes. They're enjoying their dang lives, man. The scriptures told us that the elect would hate their lives unto the death. They wouldn't love their lives. Not to say you just going out there and you got a job or you got something going on and you throw it all away. No. I mean, you do what you got to do. You get your daily bread, because that's all you want at the end of the day. That's why the prayer says in Proverbs, give me neither riches nor poverty. Feed me with bread convenient for me. And that's all we need to get through this captivity. You don't want to get too tied to the affairs of this world and this life and the pride of life and fame, because it's not going to amount to anything, and it's going to it pollutes you. As a matter of fact, in the book of what's that? Sirach 29 or Sirach 20? Hold up. Sirach 20. Sirach 20. Yeah, this is a good one. 20 and 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, because Jake can't wait. All right, they got to have it then and there, man. What will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? That ain't the one I'm looking for. Hold up. 29. Hold up. A gift. Sirach 20 and 10. There is a gift that shall not profit thee, and there is a gift whose recompense is double. I believe it's in that same chapter. Hold up. Maybe I skipped over it. Sirach 20 and 29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. So they come out with all these fair speeches to captivate and play on your emotions. But they're leading a lot. They're leading you people into some, you see? Gifts and presents blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. So why don't you think you ever really hear these men speaking of the end of Babylon? Going into what the elites got going on. Going into how wicked, this government is. Tying it to the fourth beast in the book of Daniel and the little horn and everything else. And when they do speak and try to go into the prophetic, they'll take it as far as it's white Jesus. That's all you need to be looking out for in these latter days. That's the image. That's the mark. All of that is all fulfilled in Christianity. When that's not speaking right now, man. Well, you have to ask yourself, why can't these guys, or why ain't these guys saying anything about these things? Why is all of the focus always on them and all of these speeches and playing on your emotions and not the truth of the matter? So something's up, man. Acts 20 and 29, for this I know that after my departing, this is Paul speaking, shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. Okay? Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them. Therefore watch and remember that by the space of 3 years I ceased not to warn everyone day and night with tears. So Paul, for 3 years straight, so y'all get mad at us for saying it for a week straight. That's goodness gracious, that's all y'all. Which that ain't all we do. That's just the only video you decide to click on. We go into all variety of topics. But we're defenders of the gospel. Sometimes we have to bring up particular groups to pull the elect that's amongst them out of the fire. That's true love. In the law, if you see something wrong, and you don't testify, you can be found guilty. In the Bible, in the law, if your brother is going off, it's a sin not to reprove him. Because you see him going in a way that can eventually lead to his destruction and the people who will follow him. So you, out of love, say, hey, whoa, this ain't right. Y'all going off here. If John the Baptist if I call him a plate of fish, he gonna be a plate of fish, pass me the hot sauce. Like, what are you talking about? Who is that guy from ISUPK? What's up with him? If you're not in the ISUPK, you'll suck a pastor's penis. Like, what? He got a whip? Like, who is this guy? And it's starting to look like a lot of these guys are full-blown actors and cops. posing as Israelites. Because do they really, like, to say that Yahushua didn't do any miracles, but do you believe in the resurrection? Like, why would you say that? Like, where is that coming from? That stuff, I mean, it's like the closer we get to the end, it's like the off doctrine is getting like deeper, man. I mean, and there's so many more doctrines that ain't, oh, and look at Elder Rakar of GOCC. I mean, goodness gracious. What's next? Okay, ITR denied Yahushua, the New Testament. So we're seeing a lot happen, man. There's a lot happening in the spirit. Okay? And we were warned. Grevious wolves were going to enter in, not sparing the flock. Okay? Also of your own selves, meaning they're going to be in the camps. They're going to leave the camps, or they're going to be in the camp and do something. It's going to be like, oh, I don't know, man, my bad, I wasn't thinking. It's another thing. Get out of this simple ass, I didn't know, I wasn't thinking spirit, man. It's 2022, man. You ain't grown in the spirit yet? You got Jake been in the truth 5 to 10 years, still making rookie mistakes, man. 14 years, 15 years. Still acting and operating as if they just found out they was an Israelite, man. You got brothers who've been in 2 years, 3 years who are more in tune in the spirit than some of you brothers who've been around, man. And we living in a time where you need to just, hey, if you love this world and the things in this world got such a grip on your mind that you can't tune in, and you ain't growing and operating, and you don't understand what the hell you're a part of. Hey, just go away, man. We can get another brother to just yell, that's right. Or we can get a brother who may not even be as knowledgeable in the scriptures, but he's just in order and in the spirit, man. Some of you brothers, man. So for 3 years, Paul warned about these niggas, man. Let's get one more. Matthew 7:15, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they're ravening wolves. Making this truth about blackness. Jake loved that black stuff. Negro only Passover with Fopi. Another group that's all over the place. Second Peter 2:1, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there were false teachers among you. Okay? Wearing black love hats while they're teaching the Bible. Nigga, what is your problem? It's just become a whole, then this brew stuff, the whole brew vibe. It's like Jake is just coming in and we just go change it up. We gonna do what the hell we want to do. We gonna say what the hell we want to say. Make all the money we want to make. Like Brandon T. Jackson, that brew spirit, that brew energy. The fuck out of here, man. This thing is deadly serious, man. And we starting with our apostles and elders going back before them. Their apostles, the elders before them have been on the front line for years, man. So be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot of agent activity. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you who shall privily bring in damnable heresies. Okay? You can pop your woman in her anus. Like, why would you say that? What, you can have sex on the Sabbath. Now, Jake be boasting in the Levitical priesthood, but then they'll say you can have sex on the Sabbath. When the Levites, even the sons of Aaron, the high priest, of course, all of the Levites, none of them to do the duties of a priest who taught Israel. What do you think they were teaching Israel? Well, we can't have sex on the Sabbath. Well, y'all can. No. Come on now. Even for a new moon feast. Remember David was supposed to go sit with King Saul and he didn't go. Saul, it was the new moon feast. Saul said maybe he didn't come because he's unclean. Showing you couldn't have sex on the Sabbath, man. What the hell is wrong with you? A lot of you dudes are paid off, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, they're going to bring in damnable heresies and even denying the Lord that brought them and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of, and through covetousness they shall with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. So we're in those times, man, where you're about to see more and more agent activity. All right. So we just got to prepare ourselves and, separate, this whole thing that they're bringing is all going to play on the flesh. So you got to reap to the spirit, because it's getting ready to get tight. So I'm sure other brothers will be speaking on it as well. Hey, shalom.